Good evening, guys. Warm welcome to the program. Hope the week will bring you good news about your career. In this regard, I am trying to bring the employers and the candidate as close as possible by reviewing various job description. Let us dive into the today's program. Allow me to attach the PowerPoint screen. So today we are going to see one more important job description from a supply chain manager. It's not a supply chain company. It's from oil and gas sector, but can be considered as one of the dream company to get a job. So let us dive into the job description for the day. It is the number 129. Of course, you are watching for the first time. You are always welcome to visit our YouTube channel where all the previous recordings are available. Along with this, we have other supply chain knowledge sharing sessions available in our YouTube channel. So before we go into the topic, let me briefly introduce myself. Hope if you are watching in LinkedIn, you may be already connected with me. If not, you are requested to either follow or connect with me. And I am also available in Udemy. More than 4,000 candidates have enrolled for various supply chain program, and if possible you can also visit LinkedIn and the Udemy profile. As far as my profile is concerned, I am an engineer with a PG degree in management and data science. I have nearly 2.5 decades working in this global organization. I have started my career with Bosch as a planning executive and continued for nearly 15 years in various function at various level. The last 10 years I have been handling as head of supply chain in this global corporations. As a head of supply chain, currently I am heading the organization known as Thoughtware Training Private Limited. As far as my certification is concerned, if you are in the job market, you should be aware of APIX or AACM. If not, please Google up and you will find this. I am certified in all the three certification from APIX. There is a similar organization called Demand Driven Institute based in US. They also provide similar high quality certification. For example, DDPP means Demand Driven Planner Professional. I am also a certified purchasing manager and a project management professional, apart from being qualified in analytics. Coming to our organization, we are based in Bangalore. The 5-year-old organization. We provide both consulting and training in the field of supply chain, logistic, and procurement, along with analytical application. We operate under the trade name Expert SEM. Coming to the today's requirement, can anyone identify the logo of the company what we are talking? If someone is watching in LinkedIn or YouTube, can you type the name of the company which is whose logo is given here? Which is the company? Possibly, if you are in the supply chain domain, you might have applied as this requirement has popped up very recently. Okay, anyone who are watching live, can you type the name of the company whose logo is displayed? Of course, I have picked this from LinkedIn Jobs, and today I have picked it, and it was posted 2 days ago. So it's hot and live. Hot and live. So, anyone, can you please comment which is this company and what is the position if you have already applied? Shell, yes, fine. So the position name is supply chain consultant. As you can see, it is posted 2 days ago in the LinkedIn platform alone. 184 candidates have applied. So it means there are other job portal like Naukri or Monster or Indeed where thousands of candidates might have applied. So general expectation for this kind of position is that you should be a smart guy having consulting and analytical experience. And since Shell is predominantly in oil and gas industry, naturally they may expect the candidate from similar kind of industry. Though they may say you can from any of the domain, they may shortlist, because when the position calls for a few position and thousands of candidates apply, so they may filter especially candidate working from similar domain. Of course, you should also have various knowledge on sustainability, alternate energy, which Cell is focusing. So possibly the since it's not a manufacturing supply chain, possibly sourcing could be one of the major area where the you need to have knowledge about purchase of capital goods or spares and services to keep the facility running continuously without any breakdown. Okay, coming to details, I am not modifying any of the job requirements. Whatever you see is from the LinkedIn job. So the expectation is a technical degree and or MBA and 4 to 6 year experience. Here you can see they are giving wide range of experience is accepted, like oil and gas, energy, manufacturing, process industry, contracting, procurement, or supply chain consulting. So they have kept the door open, but unfortunately, it may lead to thousands of people applying, and they may get dissatisfied if you are not getting the call. So as you see, 4 to 6 year is relatively a junior position, but being a multinational organization, I expect pay package may be around 20 lakhs or more. You can see the second requirement, experience in contracting, procurement, strategic sourcing. So when you call supply chain in this kind of industry, oil and gas, it is more focused towards purchasing or related activity. Of course, when it is a consulting position, you are expected to have a strong analytical ability. The role they have given in a condensed format, one paragraph which conveys the gist of all the requirement. As a supply chain consultant, you are expected to bring your strategic, conceptual, and analytical skill to bear while working with Shell and being a part of frontline consulting. You would be doing this by developing should cost model, deep market analysis, by building cost escalation forecast, price variance analysis, and thorough external benchmarking. So you can see it is more oriented towards sourcing. This is where you can see should cost model is one of the model, though it is not new, it is there for several decades, especially when you are involved in a large scale project procurement involving billions of dollar. Then you should know about this model. It is not only a model, it is a collaboration between the vendor and the buyer organization. Here you should estimate the cost of the procurement. For example, if you are procuring a major capital goods, you should know the cost of that item, which means you should know what are all the raw material involved, what is the manufacturing process, how much labor time is involved. Roughly you can allocate some margin to the vendor. So finally, you should be in a position to say this item should cost $80 million, $90 million. You are not supposed to take a quotation from the vendor before you arrive at the estimated cost of the item. and maybe here there is a cost escalation forecast. Maybe if you are having the details for the past 3 years, 5 years, how the cost escalation is happening, possibly you should know various forecasting model. Of course, here in the oil market there are so many external influences, like war in Ukraine. It will not come in the time series, and you have to factor in when you are taking such a thing. And variance analysis, all this you will get it when you are capable of doing the analytical ability. Of course, benchmarking could also be important in doing it. Of course, you can see a word called decarbonization and digitalization opportunity. So you should know your domain. Apart from having digitization knowledge, other accountability, develop and maintain capability to identify and analyze market and competitive trend for category managers. So you should know the market. Maybe here we are focusing on supply market. Who are your vendor or type of material procured, or the category management, you should know. Build and maintain robust stakeholder relationship. So this is a supply market we are talking, the relationship. So here it is like SRM, supplier relationship management. The next requirement, identify opportunity to improve efficiency, doing things smarter, and the ability to devise and implement solution, some automation kind of a thing. Complies with the HSC requirement. Of course, one more S has come here. Let us see what is that second S here, and other agreed compliance areas. Engage in cost modeling, benchmarking project. So when they are looking for automation of repetitive workflows, then it refers to RPA, robotic process automation. And the HSSC here refers to health, safety, and of course the security comes into picture, especially in oil and gas sector and environment. Possibly you should also have some knowledge or certification in HSC. Then of course analytical solution, being a consultant, you should also know about the analytical application. The next requirement, working across assets and projects to develop country asset project specific supply chain insights, identify opportunities in sustainability, energy transition related to oil and gas and other industry, analysis of market and industry information. Maybe some are repetitive in nature. So they are looking for insights. Insights you can get only if you have the analytical knowledge, irrespective of whatever tool you are using. And of course, more stress is given for sustainability nowadays, because the fossil fuel is expected to have a limited lifetime, and maybe all these companies are exploring alternative energy to divert their attention in the coming future decades. Guide and influence the frontline teams and category teams to implement the analysis and turn them into capex and opex saving. Provide outputs and communication in the form of presentation, producing thought papers on best practices. Okay, so in especially in mid and senior level, you will see these keywords like saving, optimization, continuous improvement, which you cannot avoid, because this high paying job will demand such requirements. So if you have already experience in optimization project, it will help. When we talk about analytical skill, we talk these things only. Either our focus should be on optimizing, which may result in cost or reduction, or better service or reduction in lead time or improvement in quality. So having such experiments will definitely benefit this kind of a job. Of course, when you have analytical skill, the presentation or visualization is part of this process. Of course, those who are watching live, you are always welcome to type in any doubts or clarification. That's why this is being a live program. Of course, if you are watching offline, it's fine. Then also, if you can chart to get our response. Support decarbonization and sustainability agenda in the work. Willing to support in the work plan, for example, renewables and energy solution. I feel some of these things are repetitive in nature. You should not worry much about that. Coming to the next requirement, exposure to contracting and procurement, strategic sourcing, market analysis is advantage. Maybe many things are being repeated. I don't know whether they are stressing certain things repeatedly so that you are getting it. Maybe they have to shorten the requirement and focus what exactly they are looking for. Ability to work in a consulting environment on project with varying complexity and high ambiguity. All this is a general expectation, so your domain specialization should be in sourcing or consulting, especially related to oil and gas industry. Ability to communicate in a clear and concise manner, mature and humble attitude, strong people skill and the ability to work in ever evolving team, as well as delivering through hours. All these are soft skill, whether you are applying for this job or any other job, any domain. These are requirements in the middle and senior level requirement. Proficiency across Microsoft tools like PowerPoint, Excel, Word, Power BI, Spotfire is desirable. So one side, the expectation is very high. So I was thinking they are looking for higher end analytical tool like Python or SQL, but here they are talking more related to basic analysis. And Power BI, it's a visualization tool, or I can call that as a clerical tool, nothing to do with much with the analysis. Possibly, I am not sure about this particular sentence. Willingness and behavioral ability to travel and work with stakeholder from different geographies. Of course, you can expect this requirement when working with the companies like Shell. So analytical tool is required, but the job description what they have given earlier, like getting insight, wide area, wide geography, you need much higher knowledge of analytical skill. But this is fine when compared to other organization. They demand a huge more of a data science stream than less of a domain knowledge. But here at least they are focusing more of a supply chain, but of course with the analytical skill knowledge. I feel this is a dream job which most of the supply chain executive want to apply, but they may be surprised if they are not getting the interview call. The reason could be more than 1,000 people may apply across a different platform, and the job description wise, you may feel that I think the people with a similar domain, similar experience may be more suitable, so they may filter as per that requirement. If you are maybe if you are a previous Shell employee or similar kind of oil and gas executive, you may fit into it. That they should have clearly mentioned, because they have given a wide area of experience. But you can see that this is a very junior job. 4 to 6 year is not great. Okay. But if maybe you can get the analysis if you are a paid member in LinkedIn job or any other job portal. You can see how many people who are senior to you or higher qualified are applying for this job. Okay, so it may be possible that more irrelevant people or people with higher experience may be applying for this job. And as you see, knowing analytics, knowing sourcing, knowing about sustainability, knowing about oil and gas at such a junior level seems to be a huge expectation and not so much realistic. So any questions, those who are watching live, you can comment in the comments or chat, or if you are watching offline also, you are welcome to type in the comment. This type of session is provided to you to know what are the expected expectation from the employers, and you need to upskill. The learning process should be always on. You should not get satisfied with whatever you know. But for the people who are having more than 10 years experience, I am not able to find the job and discuss, because everything is settled at less than 10 years experience. Maybe mid and senior level is also sourced through some reference, or such a kind of a requirement is not appearing. Maybe if you are having more than 10 years of experience, you cannot apply for this kind of a job. Okay, we provide both the training and consulting. One of our popular training program across the globe is supply chain analytics, being taken by a APIC certified professional qualified in analytics, and we have lot of application program there. And of course, we have many global certification program, but you have to watch what is relevant for India. You can see in this job they have not specified any certification. Possibly that will would have helped them to filter the candidates. Maybe they are looking for a domain expertise there. We have both live and self-paced program. You are welcome to visit any of the site, or reach me or our executive using this WhatsApp number. Any queries? With the changing employers expectation, you need to keep upskill. Maybe even if you are not applying and not looking for a change now, at least in the coming years the employers expectation is changing, so you should watch what exactly they are looking for, and accordingly get yourself equipped. Otherwise you will be pulled down. No job is permanent nowadays. Working more than 4 years in a company itself is a great. Either you have to change the company, or employer will change you, unless you keep showing productivity. Okay, so if there are no questions, let us conclude. Thanks for watching. Have a nice evening. Bye.